This is Boku no Hero Theories JKF. Okay, I finally have enough time to do my little intro, and yeah, this will be part 2 to What If Deku Was God. As we last left off, Deku was in the hospital. Well, Deku's gonna be discharged from the hospital after the injury, and he was stabilized. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. Then it would be the 10 months of training. Bakugo wouldn't see Deku because, well, Bakugo's things. Bakugo would be Bakugo. And Deku would start training his new found power. He would start trying to create things out of, well, sand on the, out of the trash on the beach. Deku would create stuff, melting them down and building them back up. Deku would reform the metal into organic organs, flesh, bones, and, well, intelligence, and he made a person. Deku is surprised by this and jumps back. Seeing the person isn't animate, Deku goes towards it and touches it. A flash of light appears, and the thing is given life. It has a metallic outside, and it just looks like metal. And it says, "How may I serve you?" Deku is surprised by this and says, Deku couldn't say anything. So the creature says, "Command not affirmate, command not recognized. Please restate your command." Deku says, "Well, deactivate." The creature says, "All right." Says, "No." Says, command available." The creature powers down. It just passes out. Deku realizing he created life, but he didn't give it a soul. He just gave it the ability to move. Then a voice comes to him telling him, well, it's the voice of God, who's still around this time, but only for a few more days. He says, "Young Midoriya, you need to give them souls when you create, so they have free will." Midoriya's asked, "How do I do that?" "Well, you touch in the middle of their head. That's the way I gave the first humans their souls, after many failed attempts." Deku says, "All right," and he grabs the object. He puts it to its back and touches his forehead. A flash of light appears, and the thing wakes up. It asks, "Where is he?" And Deku says, "You're at a beach." The creature says, "What is a beach exactly?" Deku explains the entire concept of one. The creature says, "Who are you?" Deku says, "Well, I'm..." And then the voice of God says, "You are technically God, so..." Deku says, "God." The creature says, "Ah, God, what is your name?" Sorry about that. Deku says, "Izuku Midoriya. Or you can call me Deku." The creature says, "Oh, thank you for your name." But Deku didn't have enough time to give it a certain amount of time to live. So it just flat out died. Deku starts freaking out, and God says, It takes a trial and error system when creating life. It takes a lot of errors until you make the perfect fit. Deku, realizing that he just created life, gets very antic and happy. And after this, Deku goes home, and his mom takes him to the quirk doctor again. And the quirk doctor says, well, your son doesn't appear to have a quirk, but due to the actions that happened and what you stated, and I will try and do some tests. He asks Deku if he can do that thing again, but Deku says no, but I can do this, and Deku grabs some wooden material and turns it to ash, and then molds it into a tiny figure, and it starts moving after Deku touches its forehead and gives it life. And then it falls to the ground and turns back to ash. And then Deku says, well, you can destroy and create, then I'm guessing. But that other action you did that your mother stated, Izuku says, well, I don't know how I did that, but it just happened. The doctor says, okay, I guess we can label this quirk as creation, yin and yang, I'm guessing, because it's destruction and creation. So Deku now has a quirk called yin and yang, but, well, that's the first thing I can come up with, because there's always a yin to its yang, blah blah blah. But Deku knows what his real quirk is, and that is God. Not quirk, power. Yes. And Deku does 10 more months of training, trying to unlock the power that he did. And Deku finally unlocks it for a little bit, seeing everything and knowing all. He becomes a full, flat-out god. But then Deku falls to the ground and is trying to remain conscious due to his body not being used to the entire power of God. Deku, being who he is, he tries, and he gets a limit to his power, which is about 15 minutes, due to it creating a large strain on his body. Yeah, and let me think. And after the 10 months of training, Deku goes to the UA building, ready for the test. Deku, being a nervous wreck at this moment, falls down and catches himself a little bit, but Uraraka catches him first and gets him flooding. And Uraraka says, sorry, I should have asked before I used my quirk on you, but I guessed it's okay. Deku says, yeah, it's okay. And Deku walks away thanking Uraraka. And he walks into the UA building. The UA building, he uses his power a little. Well, no, after Prince Mike gives his information about it, he does the written exam, which he taps into his godly powers for like a minute or so to see all knowledge. And Deku gets it 100% correct in a few minutes. People, they say, how did you get this correct? And Deku says, well, I mostly just guessed and did mostly educated guesses. They say, alright, and they check the security cameras, seeing that Deku did not cheat off of anybody's paper. Really, Deku just looked into the mind of Nezu a few months back, seeing him make the test. Yeah. That's Deku's power for you. And now it's time for the practical exam. Deku starts walking to the front of the practical exam, not in the same direction as Uraraka, so Tenya Ida doesn't mess with him. Yeah, and Deku walks to the front, and President Mike says, "There is no real countdowns in a real fight, so go!" And they all rush in. Deku, using his destroy and create power, turns robots into ash, and then rebuilds them into, well, giant waves that he can ride, or quote-unquote wings that attach to his body. Yeah, I'm giving him wings. Yay! Yeah, Nick's gonna keep the dust in a bucket, a box. So you open them and get wings. And Deku flies around, crushing robots, in the highest score of 265. I think that's a good score, because he is God. And they have to send in more robots just to keep the other students from losing their score, and Deku gets a score of like 500. And then Deku hears a scream and sees everyone running away. Deku flies towards the scream, seeing the 0.1 Angel run away, but his body denying it. Deku, seeing Uraraka, decides to pay the favor and help her. Deku, using his power, pushes the robot back and starts crushing it and turns it dust, and then rebuilds the towers it broke with its own body. Deku going to Uraraka, picking her up and healing her, takes her to the front and tells them that she might have a minor concussion and she might need some medical attention. After that, Deku leaves, and a few weeks later, he gets his UA notice. The UA notice says, "Izukumadori, you have gone in first place, getting 500 points and 60 rescue points." And yeah, after he goes into the room, blah blah blah, canon stuff, and Deku is very happy by this, and so is his mother. And that will be all, folks, for today, or, well, I might do another one in a few hours, but see you next video.